When you think about the future of football, you probably imagine, super fast players or some kind of wild new tactic. But what if the biggest change, the real game changer, isn't happening on the pitch at all? What if it's about how we get to the game and what the pitch even is? We're on the edge of a massive tech revolution that is going to completely redefine what it means to be a fan.
And it's all kicking off with a rivalry as old as time. You've got Manchester United on one side, looking to build this absolutely monumental New Trafford, and on the other, Real Madrid, who've already reimagined their legendary stadium. But here's the twist. This time, they're not just fighting over a trophy. Nope, they're in a race to build the future of the fan experience itself.
And when I say monumental, I mean it. The ambition here is just staggering. Manchester United's vision for this New Trafford has a price tag of £2 billion. This isn't just a facelift, it's a statement. They want to build a true cathedral of football for the modern age. But what if a stadium didn't need any bricks in the first place?
Yeah, this is where the whole idea just explodes. Because the next frontier for these clubs isn't about how many physical seats they can cram in. It's about building stadiums in the virtual world, stadiums with absolutely no physical limits whatsoever.
And the technology that makes this all possible is called a digital twin. Real Madrid is already on this with their infinite Santiago Bernabeu idea. So just picture a perfect one-to-one virtual copy of the stadium. And I'm not just talking about a 360-degree video. No. This is a fully interactive space where millions of fans can literally attend the same game at the same time.
So, how would this actually work for you, the fan? Well, it's surprisingly simple. First, you gear up. You put on a headset. Then you step inside the club's digital twin. And just like that, you feel the game. You're hearing the roar of the crowd. You're getting pitch-side views, all from your couch. The stadium has literally come to you.
And what this all points to is a pretty profound shift in business. The world's biggest football clubs are basically turning into tech companies. They're building entire ecosystems with giants like Apple and Microsoft. We're talking about AI personalizing your entire experience, the massive environmental plus of cutting down on travel, and even things like NFT-based seating, where your ticket is a unique digital thing that you actually own. Okay, so the virtual world is amazing, right? But let's be real, there's still nothing that can truly replace the magic of being there in person. So as these clubs dream bigger and bigger with their physical stadiums, we have to ask a really basic question. How on earth do you get everybody there? I mean, seriously, just think about that for a second. If you build a stadium for 500,000 people, which is the direction this is all heading, how do you solve that massive logistical nightmare? Our roads and our trains, they just can't handle that kind of crowd.
Well, the answer, it seems, is in the sky. Meet the eVTOL. That's electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. Basically, think of them like a super fast, quiet electric aerial metro system. And this isn't science fiction, okay? This tech is expected to be rolled out in the late 2020s, and it is going to completely change how we travel.
And this right here shows you just how big of a deal it is. A trip from London to Manchester right now, you're looking at 4+ hours by car or train. With an eVTOL, that same trip could be less than an hour. That's not just an improvement, that's a total game changer. A long-haul trip becomes a simple commute. And here's the crucial takeaway. This technology effectively shrinks the map. The entire UK kind of gets Londonized, where a trip between major cities feels as easy as hopping on the tube to go across town. And suddenly, building a 500,000-seat stadium in Manchester doesn't sound so crazy because your audience isn't just local anymore. It's the whole nation. Okay, so we've connected an entire country. Why stop there? The last piece of this massive puzzle is taking the idea of a fan base and making it truly planetary. The next big leap is supersonic travel. Yeah, we're talking about jets that could make a trip from, say, New York or Tokyo to Manchester for a Saturday game a real, durable thing. You could fly in, see the match, and be home the same day. This is how a local club becomes a genuine global icon that's accessible to literally anyone, anywhere. Now I know, these are a lot of big, futuristic ideas flying around. So let's bring it all back down to earth for a second. Let's ground it in a simple story to see how this all might come together for just one fan. So, meet Alex. It's 2030. His match day starts by hopping on an eVTO in London, and boom, he's in Manchester less than an hour later. He's there at the stadium with 500,000 other fans. But here's where the magic happens. A storm rolls in, his flight home is grounded.
Does he miss the end of the game? Nope. He just puts on his headset, seamlessly switches over to the virtual New Trafford, and ends up celebrating the winning goal with fans from all over the world. The physical and the digital, they're just one experience. And this is the new era of fandom that all this tech creates. It's an era of hybrid tickets, blending physical and virtual access. It's an era where AI personalizes your whole journey, from your travel to what you see in the game. It's an era where being a fan is democratized, making the beautiful game more accessible to more people than ever before.
And the source material puts it just perfectly, saying, the pitch stretches infinitely. It's such a powerful vision, right? A future where it doesn't matter where you are. A fan in London and a fan in Lagos can share the exact same moment, the same goal, the same glory, together.
Which leaves us with one last kind of mind-bending thought. As all this technology erases distance and merges worlds, the very ideas that define football start to get a little blurry. When your stadium is everywhere and nowhere all at once, and your fans are anywhere on the planet, what does home advantage even mean anymore?